So first, tell me what's your name and where do you come from?
My name's Tommy Talarico. I've been a video game composer for over 19 years.
19 years.
19. I know what you're saying. You're saying like he doesn't look that old, does he? No,
Botox.
yeah, it's all the Botox injections. Got my lips done. It's crazy. No, yeah, 19 years now. Yeah.
Okay. So in that you've been in the industry for a long time. Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit about the award that you're getting tonight. Tell me a bit about that. Tell me what it is.
I've been honored with the Ambassador Award this year from GDC, which is an award given to people who are help to forward the industry and kind of be an ambassador for video games around the world. And my work that I've done in creating my show Video Games Live and touring that all over the world. We played over 50 shows last year in 2008. We're doing over 70 this year. And, really the reason we created the show was we wanted to prove to the world how culturally significant and artistic video games have become. So, I think that, and as well as my work with the Game Audio Network Guild, is a nonprofit organization I founded over 8 years ago to, help spread game audio, the importance of it, not only spread information not only to the people working in game audio and people who are looking to get in game audio, but also to educate the game publishers and the game developers as to the importance of game audio and why they should pay attention and why they should have certain budgets and certain technology and things like that.
Well, what is your role now as there are more and more big name record labels who are getting interested in coming to the space?
Yeah,
Tell me a little bit about where you fit into that.
Yeah, no, I love the idea of record companies and big games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. I mean, there's room for everybody, and just like in films, some music it's great to have licensed music in with big record companies, and other times it's great to have John Williams scoring Star Wars or Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And that's you. You're the John Williams.
Yeah, so those two things are always going to be available. So I think it's fantastic when big artists and big record companies get involved in the game industry. I think it just goes to show and prove how we've developed, how far we've come, and how important we are to the entertainment industry. And it shows, why video games have become the entertainment of choice for the 21st century. And when all the movie companies and record labels are turning to our industry now to make money, that I think shows our maturity.
Well, Tommy, tell me some of the games that you've done music for. I actually have to say, I remember reading an article about you quite a while ago, and it was around the time of Earthworm Jim. So I know you did Earthworm Jim. Tell me a little bit what other things you've done.
Yeah, I've been a game composer for over 19 years, and I've worked on over 275 video games. In fact, when I was in London playing Video Games Live this past year, I was awarded with the Guinness Book of World Records for the person who's worked on the most commercially released video games. So that was kind of a fun thing. But some of the games, Earthworm Jim, as you mentioned, Disney's Aladdin, MDK, up through Spider-Man, Tony Hawk, the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Metroid Prime with Shigeru Miyamoto, franchises like Time Crisis and Unreal Tournament, Mortal Kombat, Madden Football, all the things. I just finished writing three songs for the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog game. So I got contacted from Sega of Japan, which is a rare thing. It was a great honor for me to be contacted by Japan to write music for their game in Japan. So it's kind of a rare thing. So. But the game music and audio design has definitely gone down a lot for me lately because of touring Video Games Live. We did 3 shows in 2005, 11 shows in 2006, 29 shows in 2007, 47 shows last year in 2008, and this year over 70 shows all over the world. And we tour and sell out, tens of thousands of people come to the show in places like Brazil and Mexico and Taiwan and China, Korea, Japan, Portugal, Spain, Germany, England, Scotland, it's just really, of course, all over North America, U.S. and Canada. And so to kind of, see that kind of reaction from people all over the world, again, I think really helps to legitimize our industry and prove, how important it's become in our culture.
Can you identify some of the other composers, say from the UK, that you particularly rate highly?
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite game composers of all time is based out of London. Richard Jakes, who composed a lot of the music for the Sega stuff early on. Used to work for Sega, doing stuff like Outrun and Jet Set Radio and some of the Sonic games. Headhunter, another big one. The music was just outstanding. So yeah, Richard's one of our favorite guys over there. Just an amazing talent.
What do you think makes a talented video game audio composer? Because I imagine a lot of people would think, well, it's just adding in sound effects, or tell me a little bit about the art of it.
Yeah, the game music is very different. Composing for games is very different from film and television, because film and television, when you do music for that, it's post-production. It's here, the scene's done, it's linear, and so just write the music that people are going to talk over. Whereas for video games, it's always got to be interactive, it's always changing, and we're in the forefront. We're helping to drive the interactivity and to drive the emotion. We're not just underscore, or background music. I like to call what we do foreground music. So, to be a game composer, you need technical skills and the ability to, really be able to change and interact and morph music on the fly and things like that. But as well, it's also really important at the end of the day to have a strong sense of melody, and that's where somebody like a film composer like John Williams is who he is, because, the David Arnolds of the world, the Jerry Goldsmiths, who, they really could capture that, they are the modern day Beethovens and Mozarts, and now we're seeing the same thing with game composers. You talk about the music from games like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and Halo and Warcraft and Metal Gear Solid and Mario and Zelda. These are now the soundtracks of our generation. Those composers are becoming the Beethovens of the 21st century. So it's very cool how it's all kind of, really blossoming.
But at the same time, they're much shorter pieces. Generally, they're created around almost like a pop.
Sometimes, it's interesting. Every game's a little different. The approach to every game's a little different. Sometimes you're writing, 1 minute looping things and then changing those every bit of the way. Other times you're writing a 4-minute battle tune, So it's each game and the approach is different, and the technology is always changing and different. And that's what makes it fun and exciting and feels new. So after 19 years of doing this, I'm still not bored, and there's still a new challenge that awaits me around the next corner. So that's kind of the fun part of it.
What are the challenges that await you? I mean, how do they relate to this
really
new?
The challenges are really more creative, because we've really kind of hit our ceiling in regards to the technology for game audio. 48 kilohertz, 7.1 surround. We have the budgets now where we can afford to record live orchestras or choirs or rock bands and things like that. So the technology and the budgets and everything are there. So now it just becomes a creative challenge. How can I do something cool in a way that no one's ever heard before,
Thank you very much, Tom.
Cool. All right. Thank you.